And that's great.
Yeah, so I thought that. Did Jeremiah come back yet?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
back.
Jeremiah's back in the building.
Okay, no sweat.
All right,
So
now
now,
can you address the first thing that I had when he was when Paul was asked? Excuse me,
you
when
mean
John.
John?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, John was asked, was he Elijah? And he said no.
Right,
But you
right.
guys teach that he is. So how can you go against what's written down in the scripture? That's my first question, sir. Go ahead.
No problem. Good question. And I was explaining this earlier that I don't have a problem answering these questions because I answered them in the debate. So what you're referencing is in John 1 and 29, when they asked him, and I'm reading from my PowerPoint. I'm not even breaking away from my PowerPoint. He said, no, that's John 1 and 21. So to answer that biblically, Ecclesiastes 1:11, it says, there's no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come after, excuse me, with those that shall come after. So it's not because of John do we know that he was Elijah. Not at all. But who is the reason that we know that John was Elijah? Matthew 11 and 11. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, they have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. For all, verse 13, for all the prophets in the law prophesied until John. Verse 14, and if ye will receive it, this is Elijah. It's saying Elias in the Greek, but it's Elijah. This is Elias, which was for to come. You can go further when he talked to the
Let's
disciples.
stop right there, though, Cap. Let's analyze that one, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, because
Go ahead, do your thing.
So what that scripture basically means? He's coming in the spirit of his ministry, the spirit of going against idolatry, and the spirit of going against anything that's wicked. This his ministry was John's ministry was in the spirit. Just like, okay, it's saying in the Bible, we come in the spirit of Christ, but that doesn't make us Christ reincarnated. That doesn't make us Christ reincarnated.
That
And then,
verse, I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead,
I
sir.
was I was just gonna say that verse that Christ said did not say if ye will receive it, this is the spirit of Elias. That's not what that verse says. That verse says this is Elias, which was for to come, and that's based off of Malachi 4 and 5 when it says, I will send you Elijah the prophet. And then in Matthew 17 and 10, it says, and the disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias first must come? Verse 11, and Jesus answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall come first and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is already come, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Verse 13, then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. So now we have a second account, different than Matthew's 11, of Christ saying Elijah is John and John is Elijah. You can't get around that. So when you ask the question, how come John doesn't know who he is? Even when you pulled out how Peter knew that Christ was the Messiah. What did the Most High say? Excuse me, what did Christ say? He said, flesh and blood did not reveal that to you, but my Father revealed that to you. So just like the Father revealed to Peter who Christ was, the Father also can reveal to Jesus who John was.
Let me ask you.
That's
Okay,
simple.
so in the Bible, does it mention anything about reincarnation at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
So
we define reincarnation in the Bible? The word reincarnation.
no. So even in the beginning of my presentation, when you look up the word in the Oxford Dictionary of Reincarnation, it says renewed incarnation, the rebirth of a soul in a new body or form. That's the
Okay.
Oxford.
Yep.
So,
Oh, go ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
I'll be brief. And
Yeah.
so when we we say reincarnation because that's a word that's used today. There's a lot of words that we say encompassed with the Bible that are not in the Bible. There's just new terms that are used. I'll use an off-brand example. Back in the days, New York used to be called New Amsterdam. We don't say New Amsterdam no more. We say New York. So we use a word that people can relate to. So reincarnation, based on the Oxford Dictionary the rebirth of a soul in a new body is what the Bible speaks about.
So, in order to be reincarnated, do you have to die?
Yes.
Because okay, so was Elijah taken up, or did he die?
Yes.
He was taken up. I mean,
Yes.
how did he die?
You know he died because there's no way his spirit could be in Elijah, excuse me, in John, unless his soul died. Flesh doesn't live forever. Your spirit lives forever.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it? What, did the Bible say he was taken up?
Yeah, he was taken up in the well, you and I would probably
And Sarnetta want to get, that's when I said I think he was taken up in a spaceship.
yeah,
Back in
that's what you and I will agree. He was taken up in a chariot, right? You
yeah,
and I would right, right.
yeah. So, but he
Yeah.
didn't die, Cap. That's what I'm saying.
He did die.
And yes,
Well,
I know.
you can't say that he didn't die because the angel told Zacharias that his son would be in the spirit and power of Elijah. And I know some people would use in Second Kings when Elisha asked for a double portion, but that's talking about inheritance. That's not talking about being Elijah. The angel is telling Zacharias that John is going to be Elijah, and Jesus further stamps it by saying John is Elijah. So unless we calling Jesus a liar, John is Elijah because that's what Jesus says. That's the only reason I'm able to really say it because Jesus said it.
But you coming in the spirit. It's like
Okay, I got a question for
being
you. Can
like
you show me?
Mike.
I got a
Like you
question.
put the
I'm a.
shoes on, but
Can I?
you're not Mike.
Can
You
I ask
get
you a
him as much
question?
as you can like him
Can
go
I
ahead.
ask you a question?
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
can
go
go.
ahead.
You keep saying that he coming in the spirit. Can you show me where Christ said that John, excuse me, that John was coming in the spirit of Elijah, or did Jesus only say John is Elijah? That's my question.
Okay, is Elijah? Okay, so that's what we're working with. Is Elijah? Let's how about we pull that scripture up? Let's look and see what the scholars say what this scripture really means. That's what I do. I go look at the people who went to school to understand these type of scriptures. I'm not gonna just lean, like I go to two or three or four different ones, and then I kind of formulate, okay, this is what it means. So when I read that he is Elijah, it still to me it hit me the same way that he was coming in the spirit because the Bible don't teach that you can keep coming back, getting judged. Then you come back again, you do something wrong, you get judged till you just get it right, and it's called nirvana. The
Can I
Bible
ask my
don't teach.
question again, JJ?
No, hold on, bro. I'm just saying. Let me get into my little monologue. The Bible, ladies and gentlemen, does not teach nirvana. This is something that Captain Tazaryach and One West has added into the doctrine because they're trying to get the Pakistanians and the Buddhists and the monks to join One West, ISUPK. Because remember, he said, "Oh, come on, pops, you know this ain't right," and he said it's to reel them in. And this is how I'm looking at this, bro, because this reincarnation has nothing to do with the Bible when the scripture says a man dies once and get judged. And you're coming on here saying that no, he gets judged and then he get to come back as goddamn Katazai. You get to come back as Katazai. You. How do you avoid coming back as a white boy? How do you do that? If you come back as a white boy, can you be a part of One West ISUPK, sir? Yes or no?
No. What you're doing now is
Okay.
windmilling. You win. I didn't. That wasn't answering your question. You windmilling
No,
from my
that's
question.
a logical
Once again,
question. I mean, son, that's
no.
what
Wait,
I
wait. Hold on, hold on.
go
I
ahead, bro.
don't have a problem answering your question, but you just windmill and spent the hell out of my question. My question. That's why in the middle of it, I said, "Can I ask my question again?" And you said, "Let me get my dialogue on," which shows you don't have an answer.
I
So now I'm going
answered the
to ask you the
question.
same.
Listen,
I
I
asked
answered,
you my question first,
ask
and
your question again.
you started
Go ahead.
bringing up scholars instead of answering the
All right,
question. So I'm
answer
gonna
the
ask.
question again. Answer
Thank
the
you.
question again.
Can you show me in the scriptures where Christ said John is in the spirit of Elijah, or does Christ only say John is Elijah? That's my question.
All right, all right. We're gonna look it up. That's what I'm gonna do. Did
Yeah,
Christ?
please.
Let's look it up. What was
Is
that?
he
Did Christ
Googling?
what?
Yeah,
Did
is he
Christ mean?
Googling?
Hold up. Did Christ mean? Yeah,
I
go
didn't
look it
say did
up.
Christ mean. I did not say did Christ. I'm gonna repeat it again.
I'll tell you that.
In
Okay,
the
hold on.
Bible, when we say in the Bible, we're
Okay,
looking for book,
in the
chapter,
Bible.
verse. That's what we're looking for. Did
Hmm.
Jesus say John was just the spirit of Elijah, or did Jesus say John was Elijah?
Okay, he said that he was. Now,
Okay,
when I
so
read
okay,
that,
perfect.
let me. No, whoa, I got to
Well,
reiterate
no problem.
my
I'm just glad that you
position.
yielded. No, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
we're just talking together. So I'm glad
yeah,
that you yielded and
we're hanging
agreed.
out,
No problem. So I'm
hanging out.
glad that you yielded and agreed that
Okay.
Jesus said John is Elijah.
Now, let
That's
me
what.
explain why I said that it does say that. See, unlike you, I can admit that it do say that, but
No problem.
my my understanding of it when I read it, it was that he meant the the brother, have some decorum. He meant the ministry. Now, we're
Mhm.
gonna pull up right now. What did Christ mean when he said that? We're gonna see what the scholars say, not what one West, not what the guy that told you that everybody was Israelites, including people from Guatemala. We're not gonna do that. And then even when they admit that the goddamn chart is a farce,
He
he still
windmilling again. We're not talking
I'm
about the
still talking.
chart.
I let you go. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't
Oh,
interrupt
I
you at
didn't
all.
add harm. We're not talking about no chart and
This is
who.
my show, bro. You add how all the time. Stop crying. You tough. This is the toughest environment to be in. Act like it. Now, what I'm saying to you is that you guys teach reincarnation, but you cannot prove nowhere in the Bible. Now, Christ did say, yeah, he is Elijah, but what he meant was the ministry. He didn't mean that he came back. And even when they asked Christ, was he Elijah? Was he Jeremiah? Was he the other prophets? And he said, no, I'm the son of God dang on man. That's what he said. Why did he promote? You guys teach that Christ came back here 5 goddamn times. Now you got some
So,
explaining to do. Now
so when
watch
you
this,
say,
ladies and gentlemen. Watch
okay,
this.
yeah.
Now watch this. Okay, so first off, Christ was Adam. Go ahead. Let's
Wait,
start
wait.
there.
Why are we changing? What? But see, this is
No,
what I mean by
because I can
windmilling.
talk
Like
until
what you.
all down. I just answered your question.
No. What you said that we can't prove reincarnation in the Bible. That's what you. That's the statement that you just made. We prove it with John. All you got to do is show one example. Malachi 4 and 5 says Elijah is coming. It doesn't say Elijah in the spirit is coming. It
How
doesn't
about this?
say that.
Can you
It's
pull up? This is what you do for the audience. We're not gonna go by what JJ say. We're not gonna go by what Tazaryach say. Let's pull up some scholars that agree with you on your point that Christ, who you said was Elijah? No, that John the Baptist is Elijah, and that's him. Go ahead, Google
once
it.
again, it's the onus is on you to
No,
pull up
it's
Scott.
not,
No, I don't listen. Once again, you disagree with my argument and can't prove
bro.
it.
Come
That's why
on, man.
you had to agree that Jesus said John was Elijah. So the onus, I've established my principle. My principal point is that John is Elijah because Jesus said so.
Let me
Your
ask you this.
principle,
Okay,
wait, let
I'm
me
gonna
just
answer
lay it
for
down
you.
for the audience. Let me just lay it down for the
No,
audience.
you're trying to
Once again,
simplify it
you
and
want to,
just
no, I'm not
no, you're
simplifying it.
not.
Like
You ain't
what you
answering
did with
nothing.
talk about the
You keep
chart and all that,
playing
I ain't got to
around,
do
bro.
that. I just want to
But
stay
you ain't
on
got to
this.
do nothing.
I just
Look,
want to stay on the subject. Just let's stay on the subject. My principle, I'm just going to repeat my principle. Reincarnation of being born again is in the Bible. My
sure,
proof, let me
sure.
finish. Thank you.
Yeah.
My proof is Malachi 4 and 5 says Elijah is going to come in the flesh. It doesn't say spirit of Elijah. Luke 1, the angel tells Zacharias that John is going to be in the spirit and power of Elijah. And then Christ confirms it by saying that John is Elijah. That's my proof.
What
For
chapter is
you to
that?
say, for
I'm gonna pull it up because you don't want to pull it up. We're gonna see what
wait,
that means.
see, I don't want
No,
us, I
we're gonna
don't
pull
want
it
to
up.
do, wait,
Okay.
you just said,
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it up because you won't pull it up.
Now I'm gonna pull
Wait,
it up. Don't worry about it.
wait, hold on, but you're
Give me the
lying
scripture,
on
sir.
me. Wait,
Give me the
hold on a
scripture.
second. Let's back up 1 second.
Give me
You're
the scripture,
clearly,
sir.
wait 1 second. You're clearly
Yeah, now
lying on
you want to
me.
hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I
I
got the
don't, I
scripture.
have the scripture in front of me, but what I don't
Pull
want
it
you
up.
to
I put it on
keep
the
doing,
screen.
I don't want you to keep doing is lying on me
No.
because you
I
said
want
I
you to
won't
pull
pull a
it up. So
scripture up,
give me the
but I
scripture again.
pulled. I pulled it up twice. You got a bunch of them, but I'll give you a
Okay,
few.
give me the
I'm gonna
one you
give
just said, bro.
brother,
It's okay.
relax. Matthew 11 verse 11 through
Yes.
14. Matthew.
Oh, stop there. Stop there. One at a time. Matthew 11. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna see what the commentators say. We're gonna see what the scholars say. What this means. Now, which one you want? Matthew what?
I said Matthew 11. Start at
Mm-hmm.
verse 11 and go to verse 14. Verse 11
Okay.
is when he starts
Okay.
talking about John. Verse
Mm-hmm.
14 is when he says, "This is Elias,
Mm-hmm.
which was for to come." You just got to read it.
We got it. It's okay. We're gonna see what because you're not qualified. You didn't go to school for this,
If I'm not
so it's okay.
qualified, then you're not qualified either. We don't have to do the, then why would you want to
Hold
entertain
up.
me? I don't talk to people I don't think are qualified. So if I'm not
Barely
qualified, you
asked. Hold
shouldn't be
on,
talking to
bro.
me.
Let's see what they say.
That's what I thought.
Come on, bro. I'm trying to get you to stop teaching. That's what I'm trying to do because you, like, it's so fat that the brother said that he wasn't Elias. You disregard the.
JJ, you're going in and out. You're going in and out, Jay. JJ, you froze. Say what you got to. You froze, JJ. All right, let me do this. This is how he'll come back in. Let me kick him out because he don't know he's froze. So I kick him out and then he come right back in and then he should be good, y'all. He should be good. You should be saying what you got to say real quick, Captain.
Man, I don't lay this shit out. He ain't got no answer. He going to commentary. He about to go to the commentaries to get his answer because he don't know the answer. I'm laying it out. He can't get it right. Listen, man. Jesus said John is Elijah. Now, unless you're gonna call Jesus a liar, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I mean, that's the only thing he can say at this point. He got to say Jesus was wrong. That's what he got to tell me. Or he gonna go to some commentator to try to justify it.
Problem with y'all scared to say Jesus was wrong.
Shut your ass up, son. Shut up, yeah, that's funny as hell, son.
He was wrong. Y'all scared to say that. Y'all gotta stop that, man.
Man, you crazy as hell.
See,
hey, let me show you. This is where I take my pictures at. Can y'all see that? This is my picture frame where I start taking my pictures of my stuff. So I got my body scrubs here that I'm gonna start taking the pictures so I could throw them up. Let me see, make sure I got it right. Yeah, there we go. So y'all can see this my so I could put different backgrounds in here: blue, red, black. White is usually the best because it allows me to alter it the best, like after I take the picture. So I'm about to take my pictures of my my damn iPhone. Yeah, I use my iPhone for the I got an Android. I got the fold like you got. And I use my iPhone though for the pictures. The iPhone do take better pictures. So they pictures be on point. So, and again, I got a 50% off sale.
Yeah, I was looking for that video.
The video I could send it. Let me see. I could email it to you.
But yeah, you got to do it again because I put it in my external hard drive.
Okay, so I'm gonna email it to you.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll email it to you again.
8 days back.
Okay.
My fault, man. I fell off. Okay, now let me say something real quick. Now, what was that main scripture that you said proves reincarnation? Let's start there. He's not going to give you. You're not going to find anybody who agrees with this guy about reincarnation because if you already noticed, they already try to change the definition. Oh, well, we don't mean reincarnation, meaning that we can come back as a rock, we can come back as a tree. That's not the definition of reincarnation.
I just read the Oxford Dictionary definition of the word reincarnation.
Oh, no, you interrupted me too, but it's okay. I understand. If I was in the hot seat like you are, I would be, hey, scratching and crawling and biting and all that at the same time too. Now, what was that main scripture so we can look it up and see what the professionals say?
Oh, yo, man.
JJ said,
time out. Go ahead. JJ, it's almost 7 o'clock. Captain,
Okay,
I'm gonna have to let y'all. I'm gonna have to let JJ close out.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
do.
I saw that. I saw that warning. I mean, this
Looked
was
up
a
at
good.
that time
Hey,
and I'm
hey, Si, this was a good spanking I put on him real fast. So
Yeah,
go ahead, do your thing.
all right.
All
Thank you.
right, peace, man.